right, hello. How's everyone doing? Hope you guys are all having a great Saturday and a great weekend so far. Good to be back on stream. As usual, working on the HG Lfrith Ur tonight. Get that on screen. We started did the feet, I think, finished with the feet last stream, so we're building out the rest of the legs and who knows what from there. So good times with all of that. We're also giving away an MG Gundam Seven Sword, I believe, tonight. So, stay tuned for that. I'm going to jump into the chat, say hello and all that good stuff before I start building. Before I do that, even though, a couple quick things. Number one, if you enjoy these streams, do please hit that like button, help more people see the stream, bring more people in our community here, and all that good stuff. And then number two, as has been the norm for a while, but not for too much longer, we do have Moving 30 on the website for 30% off select items. I think I removed 24 items from that collection a couple days ago, whatever it was. And it's going to continue shrinking as we get closer to what will hopefully be a confirmed move date. So definitely take a look. If there's stuff you've been thinking about grabbing, your chance to get it at a really good discount is running out. All right, so I'm going to jump in the chat to say hello and then building time. So what's up, Wolfpack, Dylan Dahl, Baron Radium, Lord Kronos, Matthew Mahoney, Go Zero, Real Time 88. Let's see, Maverick Entity, Butter Knuckles, Rand Hero, Seven Sword, nice pick. Funny enough, I was just asking the big difference between it and the Riser. I know nothing about these 00 kits myself, so not answering that myself, but it looks like an interesting kit. What's up, John Ventura, Xylan, Baka CCO, Matrix Kage, Sun Monkey, Death, Coleslaw, Rodrigo, what's up? Slippin' Shamans, how are you? It's a Gundam, Jarlask, starting MG Amazing Red Warrior. What's everyone building tonight? Great question. What is everybody up to tonight? You guys building along? What are you building, if you are? Mark D, what's up? Tim Mott, Adam Champo, Super One-Handed RC, what's up? Next kit should be here Monday. Cool. What'd you get? MZ, Lego Yoda, what's up? So I can't get enough of the mechanics of the 00 Gundams. Is there something unique to those mechanics? So I still haven't built a single 00 kit, even though it's one of my favorite Gundam series. I haven't watched 00 myself, so that's a big part of me not having built anything 00. To be drawn mostly the stuff I've seen for the most part. Hey Phil, what's up? Coco, how are you? Playing Mirror Replicant and listen to this. Cool, how's that? Official by ZOE Anubis, starting up with Limatea, the Durandal Valkyrie. What's up, Pseudo Stooge? I started the Demi Garrison tonight. I'm kind of kicking myself for not grabbing a Demi Garrison. We're going to do various 30-minute missions, Minute Sisters option sets to work through the backlog a bit. Let's see, nothing great. Entry grade Arc 78-2. That's cool though. It's a nice kit. Built the GTO. That looks pretty good. Near Lucy always slaps. Neishi Shinburne. What's up, Heathcliff? Still working on Calibar. Alright. Looking forward to getting to that. Okay, E10 and 11 and C33. Oh, music. Near music always slaps. Gotcha. Hey, Blasphemy Builds, how are you? Alright, E10, 11, I need C33. Over here, overall, it's been a pretty quiet day. Quiet weekend, not a lot of plans. Just trying to catch up on various things. What's up, Studio AU, Keith Bishop. With that fight night last night. I didn't watch it, and I'm kind of glad I didn't. I think I would have just been sad. Building a camper, mixed feelings about these screws. With HG Wrestling Freedom Gundam tonight, think about putting it up and starting the 30-minute fantasy Rosa Knight instead. Those 30-minute fantasy kits look pretty cool. I might have to grab one, but I'm trying to resist because my backlog is way too long. And my time way too short. I can't get back the time that Netflix crashed in the bar I was at, so everybody scrambled to get their phones out, and one lady was able to get her laptop to work Netflix. Oh man, I'm glad I don't have Netflix. I briefly entertained the idea of getting it to watch the fight, and then didn't. Glad I didn't. Definitely glad I didn't go out anywhere to go try to see it. One of my students put when we were talking Thursday, he says that neither of them is going to win, just money's going to win, and I think that was the outcome from what I can tell. Departure Zakatu, HG Zeta, and HG Zakatu F2. Nice, no buddies. Stripping the screws and the MG cam for his knee. Now it's all floppy. Thankfully, having it in a pose with the knee bend keeps it stable. You can probably, well, I guess it's probably the plastic that got torn up. Where does my bulk magic cards? Couldn't resist. They look too cool to pass up. Did you miss the Netflix sharing days? I didn't participate in that either. My imagination. If you get the Rosa Knight option before the actual kit itself, it very well might be the case. Crashing everyone for like the first time ever during the Netflix box. That's what I read. That I was trying to find updates, and that was the main update. Someone paid for a $2 million seat for that fight. Jeez. Imagine having that much money. Long time no see. Stupid YouTube not giving notifications. You gotta hit the notification button or something, right? I don't really trust notifications on YouTube these days myself. Watching Deadpool Wolverine, so I'll be a little distracted. I guess that's on Disney Plus now. My kids saw that it was on Disney Plus, and like, oh, could we watch that? You know, not having any idea what it is, and it's like, yeah, no. I'm watching HGC Guy, working on HGC Guy, like Mario, still trying to figure out who to make as Luigi. Oh, that's cool. So the Tough Turtle. Transformers 1 is on Paramount Plus. Oh, is it? Paying for a month of Paramount Plus is probably cheaper than renting it on Amazon. Telephone is surprisingly solid, that's what I've heard. You get Walmart Plus, they give you Paramount Plus. Oh, interesting. I definitely do not have Walmart Plus. You're not convinced me that Walmart Plus is a real thing. When it's $10 to own on the Microsoft Store of all places. Oh, interesting. You say someone actually uploaded the whole movie to YouTube. It was caught. If you caught it soon, if you could watch it entirely before it got taken down, I think it was up for a little over 2 hours. That would suck if you were like most of the way through it and then they just took it down. I think it's a Raphael kind of double movie going to be restocked. I have no idea. If it's available, probably. We just go down the list of what the distributor has. Except for new releases. New releases are a little bit different, but in stock reprints and stuff, we tend to just look on every week or two and see what's there. I just randomly saw the entirety of Venom 3 on YouTube the other day. Like, how long do you have to... How much time do you spend on YouTube to stumble onto that at the right time? Or is it like a secret cabal of YouTube pirates that let each other know when they upload stuff like that? What's up, Mario? PGS Stray, Kai soon, maybe. I think our distributor said they're getting some soon, so it depends on if we can snag any. Probably send a note over to my my rep over there. Most likely will, though. Thanks for the sub, Bogshi. I think I'm planning to get the full team for the movie. Trick is to like and comment on them so they get recommended to you. What's up, you kicked my dog? Zabanya and some WSD. Already got myself one RG double quant and the Haru I got from guys. Cool. I dropped the ball and grabbed one of the MG Turn 8 Gundams again. Yeah, I think they are they gone now? They were selling pretty fast when I was watching yesterday morning. Yeah, sold out. Hopefully we'll be able to get some more. Now, Quanti is pronounced. I've always been pronouncing it as Chianti, like the wine. Quanta makes sense. I just pronounce it Quant or Quanti because that's how it looks to me, and I haven't seen it either. Excited, it's great stock. Got me along with the other kids yesterday. Great restock. Yeah, submit some good stuff the last couple of restocks. Definitely not making it any easier to catch up in the warehouse. We've been behind for a little while now since the last big restock, but hopefully we'll be caught up soon. Well, Japanese names you have to assume has the extra katakana sounds attached, even though it's not written. That's true. The HG Gundam particularly rare. I haven't seen it until the restock 2 weeks ago, and then we got some more this week. So I don't know when they'll print it again. It's been a while since it was reprinted last, I believe. I saw Heizaku was supposed to be Heizaku, like the High New Gundam. Rebuild tonight. Mario, I'm working on the HG Gundam Lfrith Ur. If it's not pronounced like you would think in Japan. Yeah, it's like Rugerus. Only an English name. Yeah, that's the problem with some of those names, is you can't really tell which one it is, you know. See, 24 and 25. Oh god, it's Eris all over again. Wish the Ur was not the Thorn was on the moving sale. I've been eyeing a couple of HG on that list. Yeah, build sauce being afraid to say God and found the perks used for fire powers. Let's see the Fortnite Gundam trailer. Fortnite Gundam. What are you talking about? RFV got a Fortnite mode. Came out with skins and you pilot one of the suits from Vengeance. Oh, interesting. You can play Zaku / EX in a special map. Interesting. Netflix show has a Fortnite mode. Hey Rick, what's up? Evening all. It's been a while since I watched the live build, but busy building for GWC. How's it going tonight? I think I saw Nick share your build on Instagram. How'd you do? How was that? It's a lazy UE5 cross promotion. Gonna make it a comeback, baby. Fortnite mode looked horrible. Fortnite's the same engine they made the show in. That's funny. It's funny how technology like that's crossing over, that games and shows are directly sharing technology, not just peripherally, but like using the same engine or whatever. Gaming company I work for has a couple stores, and we're finally carrying some kits in limited quantity, but they're awesome kits for a North Dakota-based company. Factory and selling. Doing them for years now. The Mandalorian virtual sets use UE4 and UE5. Hello, Machinima evolved to this. Then there's a big deal there. Any further update in your plans for the new group builds? Oh, the new contest? No updates there. I need to get past rather the move and get to a point where I feel like I can breathe again before I even think about trying to run another big contest or event. Can't wait for the next Gundam movie, made in Unity for mobile. I figured out a way to remove seam lines from the head. Oh, it was good. I have a story up right now. Custom painted HG Master Gundam Hyper Mode using multiple shades of gold. Seam lines got me again. And a very good way to remove seam lines from the head. Gotcha. It's a bummer. From what I saw, it looked like a nice build though, so congrats on that. Limiting TV and video games are being blurred in some ways. Requiem for Vengeance was made in Unreal Engine 5. Okay, so this goes in there. I wonder why that was a separate piece. So everyone, hope everyone's having an amazing night. Should I throw some number in the chat? Not yet. Draw has not started yet. Okay. B2 19 and 27. Milk fights are awesome. Carried mover stiff. I miss you guys. I was in Hawaii last week and had my flight home Saturday night, so I was bummed I didn't get to see the build. Well, bummer, but Hawaii must have been nice. Thanks for the feedback, Nick. Oh, the professional photos will soon. To be honest, I care more about showing it to the community. Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing. Most of us aren't going to win the big contest, right? There's one winner. We're all the rest of us are losers. So I don't usually bring builds to like IPMS shows or anything expecting to win. Hopeful maybe, but I'm realistic that some of these shows it's just lots of great stuff. Finally got a smidge of snow tonight in ND, which is pretty wild considering we always have winter storms in October. Oh, interesting. Hey, Velcro shoe guy. I hope sometime I can get back to painting and stuff. Been so busy with other stuff. Hoping that, like, as it gets cold and I no longer have to mow the lawn, maybe I'll have a little bit more free time coming up, and I'll be able to put some hours in at the spray booth and stuff. Kind of lost my paint booth, ended up adopting my grandma's cat, and I lives in the paint room. That's rough. I just haven't had time. I've been so busy with the warehouse and working and the baby. It's just been a lot of stuff all at once. And I'm trying to enjoy some stuff I can only really do outdoors for a little while, that just kind of ate up any free time I have had. You need a paint booth when you have plenty of open space. I mean, theoretically, you don't need a paint booth at all. People, especially with cans, will paint outside. You could theoretically paint inside of that booth, but I only want to do paints that are less toxic or non-toxic, like Vallejo, and have an open window or something, but a booth is way better. But if you could do it outside, you don't really need a booth then. So it's fine, just might get blown by humidity. Yeah, humidity is a factor too, so it depends on that. I was interested in painting, but wasn't sure if it was needed for anything. Come on with the fumes. don't do that. Cans turns out to be expensive though, that's true. Here it's fine, you still need a respirator, but balcony painting is very common in Asian high-rises. Repeat yourself, how's the move going if you haven't talked about it? So we haven't actually moved yet or started moving yet. We've been waiting to get somebody to take over our current lease. I can't give details. I don't want to jinx ourselves or screw up the negotiation in process between our landlord and a potential tenant, but I'm hoping we'll have a real update in the next 1 to 3 weeks maybe. And that's why the moving sale will hopefully be ending soon. It's definitely shrinking regardless, but assuming everything goes to plan, we will be putting kind of an end date on that and hopefully doing the move in earnest soon. Just wondering about paints. What brands do you recommend for airbrushing? So there's a ton of options out there. We carry a bunch. I feel like any of the paints that we carry are pretty good. I personally only use Vallejo and Mecha because they're considered non-toxic. They're not like super flammable and full of nastiness like some of the other paints are. They're maybe not as durable as some of the lacquer paints though, for example. A little harder to work with from what I understand, not having used the other ones. So I can recommend that, but other people might have other recommendations. It's awesome. Just got a text about one of the sales. It sounds like you guys are getting close. Fingers crossed. We'll be praying that comes through pretty quick. I hope so too. It's going to be a significant cost savings once we're moved. The rent on the current space is absolutely killing us. It should unlock a lot of options for us once that's done. So splash paint splash is good. Just lacquer with those so to be safe. These are colors super easy to work with. Pick up the last thing, a few last things in the sale. Hopefully a week until payday. MG Master Gundam use Mr. Metallic. Goes on smoothly. They had a booth and a respirator when airbrushed. Is it a new warehouse more towards the middle of the city or more on the outskirts still? We don't have anything locked up there as well either. I'm in talks with a potential landlord for that, but nothing will be sealed until we're ready, and I don't want to talk about that either because that negotiation has yet to take place. I don't want to give away any details there. Actually, I've looked at a couple spaces at this point, so I don't know for sure where we end up. There's a good chance we don't end up in Concord. We end up further south again, but a lot of that depends on how negotiation goes. I'm going to be honest, people need to drop the idea that acrylic is safe. It's safer than lacquer, but you should always wear PPE. Yeah, I mean, I don't recommend not doing the stuff you need to do to be safe. I just feel way better about spraying it in the house, perhaps in the same room as my kids, where my kids are on the other side of the room. I wouldn't do that with lacquers for sure. I don't know if I would spray lacquers in the house with young kids in the house, period. But I don't feel too bad about spraying acrylics because it's not as big of a risk. And there's also a difference between like Vallejo acrylic and like Tamiya's lacquer-based acrylic, because there's a definite difference there too. The thing about Vallejo is that they don't have to ship hazmat. It's non-flammable. It doesn't have a lot of that nastiness in it, so it's way better. I've jokingly said if someone held a gun to my head and told me I had to drink model paint, I would choose the Vallejo, hands down. So I'm gunpla of Van Dam by the river. I guess more focused on exit right now, primarily. I've got options, I just don't, I can't lock anything up until we're out, because I don't want to pay 2 rents, and it could take a while to get out of the space we're in if this deal falls through. Fingers crossed it goes well. But yeah, trying to reduce that cost, and that cost and the risk. You know, if things slow down more than they are now and we're still stuck in a big place, then we'd probably get forced to shut down. Whereas if we're in a smaller place, we have a lot more headroom. Stop asking about the mood. No one likes legal disputes from online videos. I don't think there's going to be a legal dispute from it. I mostly just don't want to be in a position where I say, oh yeah, we're definitely moving, and then the other party, or we're definitely moving to such and such place, and the other party says, oh, you think you're moving here so I can negotiate hard with you. You know, it's not trying to show my cards. I have a feeling none of these other people are sitting here watching the stream right now, but just for safety's sake. Let's see. I just see a lot of people saying acrylic is fine. You don't need to wear a mask or vent. It's still a particulate matter in your lungs. It's not flammable, but it shouldn't be in your lungs either. Right. Well, right. So it's, you know, I still use a hood when I spray with the acrylics, or use the booth or whatever. It's important to take precautions. Started Phil with videos about long-term Warhammer 40k builders building gunpla for the first time. It was pretty cool. Hey Thomas, what's up? So Lewis Hoosby, you got the gist of what I was saying. Yeah, same thought. You never know who's watching. If you ever want to go north of the warehouse, I know a guy. Not sure he has availability though right now. I'm not hoping to move north. The warehouse is already way further north than we had ever planned on it being because it was the space that fit our needs at the time that we got it that was available. I'd like to, in a perfect world, move it further south, or at least keep it where it's at, because one, to be closer to me, which makes it easier for me to get there, but I think just about everybody on payroll, except for one maybe, is also further south. It just makes everything easier for a lot of people, easier to hire. For all I know, our shipping costs will be lower if we're closer to the hubs too. I don't know if it will make a difference, but I'm a diesel mechanic. Acrylic is the least of the particulate silos. I think niche seems to stop at hooks it. Yeah, I mean, it was a good space and a good price tag for that space. But for what it is anyway, we just don't need it. We don't need all that space. Do the same issue recruiting talent for the warehouse like many other professions. I mean, we've struggled at times to have the pool of candidates we'd like. You know, you'd like to have a lot of people to choose from. And we don't always have that luxury. I feel like the closer we get to civilization, because Concord's the capital of New Hampshire, but it's not a super large city or anything. There's not a ton of people up that way. You get closer to Massachusetts, you get a lot more people, so more opportunity for candidates for jobs and stuff. We done the first draw yet? I kind of zoned out with scribing. I zoned out too. I got to do that. Go to Concord for anything more than meeting the governor in 4th grade. Pretty much. All right, so where is my thing? So 84 people in here. Perfect world, you would just build your own warehouse. We know that. Yeah, that's hard though, because the size, you need changes over time and stuff like that too. Having issues finding quality engineers. Also hard for them to stay with the massive workload the utilities are dealing with, data centers and solar. Oh, I'd imagine engineers, especially certain areas, are easier to find people than others. I got more to say on that too, but let's get this draw going. So we got a number from, let's see. Speaking of careers, let's do a number from 10 to 1,000, and what do you do for work? 10 to 1,000, what do you do for work? Remember, one number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to U.S. addresses. You must be present to win, and the answer to the question and the number have to be the same comment for valid entry. 10 to 1,000, and what you do for work. Dad built the warehouse. He doesn't have the ones he built anymore for a reason. Makes sense. If I had a massive amount of money, I would actually build some of those contractor bay kind of places. There never seems to be inventory in the places I'm looking at least. It seems like a good investment. Or I suppose I'd buy if there were unit buildings available to buy, but just some chunky legs. It's funny though, I've been just scanning job boards casually. I think it's a good idea to do when you're employed, for reasons. And it's interesting because I see some jobs that are way further north that are high-tech jobs, and I have no idea how those places hire people. Because it seems like most of the engineering talent is further south. If you're the only engineering gig around up there, I imagine you probably don't, it's harder to get people, you know? You don't want to have to relocate everybody in. Is it plastics firm in Conway? No clue how the hell it's there. Manufacturing sometimes can make sense in those weird places. It's not as niche, but there's not a lot of software engineers, for example, living in northern New Hampshire. Work from home opened up a lot of options. That's true. A lot of places still don't want to hire you or hire people fully remote, though. When to move for lower cost of living and lifestyle. It's true. It's just, to me, it's a risky move, because if you ever lose that job and you're in some remote area where there's only a few places that hire people like that, then you're kind of stuck. Other issue, people got spoiled by COVID for with work remote. People don't want to drive in the office anymore. I feel that. I think it'd be hard going back to a fully in-office position after being able to work hybrid. Nick has made an order, but paying through Google Pay, the address contact info got filled in for an older phone number and the address and deliver. How can I fix that? Email support@mechawarehouse.com, Rodrigo, with the order number and the details, and I will take care of that for you. Hybrid, 3 days in the office, 2 days at home. That's kind of what I do. It's a 980 schedule, though, so I'm like 2 and 2 one week and 3 and 2 the other week usually. Maintain enough money to move at a moment's notice. You live and work in a remote region. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to stand that. I wouldn't want to move. I wouldn't mind living in the remote location, but it's like you have to be, I don't know, working primarily remote and just look for remote jobs in general. I don't know. Companies don't want to hire for fully remote because they have spent so much money in office space that isn't needed. A big thing is trying to get those office spaces turned into housing space. That makes sense. Place my friend worked at ditch your offices to great effect. Yeah, that all makes sense. I also can see it being a pain managing people remotely. Like, it's having had to do it a little bit with the warehouse when we had remote help for video stuff when Santana moved. It's a lot harder to manage somebody who's fully remote. We knocked our office down and sold off the lot. I can't go back to the office. It's hard with product development, engineering stuff to be fully remote because sometimes you need to touch stuff in the same room as other people, you know, work on stuff side by side with somebody. It's hard to do that remotely. Hey Orby Squad, also hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Currently building HG Silver bolts and pressors to show you unique build so far. The legs are a little bit unsteady because of the stiletto feet. Well, office jobs they have found that work either stayed the same or improved. It's the middle managers whose jobs become redundant that are pushing for the on-site work. I'm gonna call time in probably a minute or two here. mom is hurting the economy. Empty office buildings hurts construction, local stores and restaurants. And the chain continues. That's interesting. Interesting to see some in-depth analysis on that and what the numbers actually are. But I believe that would make sense. Working shipping and receiving, and I like doing it forever. Got lots of fork trucks and shipping experience, but I'm happy for the knowledge I can take somewhere else if I had to. Any details you can share with the Black Friday sale for this year? Yes, so there's one detail I can share, and that's that I don't actually have a plan yet. There will be a plan, and I have to figure out what it is. So expect something. Exactly how it's structured, I'm not sure yet. And it's not me just saying that because I don't want to share information. I literally have been sitting here kind of holding my breath, waiting for whatever move-related stuff to transpire, because I think that will impact the what and how we do that this year. Your plan is that you have no plan, right? It's time to call. Not yet. I'm going to finish saying this piece and then I'll call time. Pretty new Gunpla, loving how there's almost always somebody streaming a build. It's cool. I haven't really paid too much attention to that, but that's cool. Do some decal work on my RG Sosby layer deck. Right now I'm doing a full regrind on the primary edge for one of my knives. Thanks for the sub, Eric. Might do this. Let's see, I always want to make a knife that I love, stupid sharp. All right. One with the click, two with the click, and then three. There we go. That's a chunky leg. Remember Captain Cole's thing to remember, make the plan, execute the plan, expect the plan to go off the rails, throw away the plan. Find skill modeling channel, finish up a 24-hour live stream this morning, building Gundam. That's cool. Alright. Time has been called. Where's my random number generator? Here we go. Okay, 10 to 1,474. I don't see a 474. My thing's not done scrolling yet, but pretty sure there's one. So it looks like, yep, you guys confirmed. So we'll try again a little bit. It's been all my luck on magic cards, I guess. Okay, C29 and C31. All right, 29, 31. No wonder people have new type powers for reading so quickly all the time. I think they just search. That's what I do. Well, the G Witch artist did a really cool art piece where the Ur was the giant permanent Psycho Gundam sort of thing. Really neat, interesting. Someone told me I should buy the P Bandai Zeta Gundam color Zaku Cannon MG. Literally the next day when she went to the website, it was sold out. Dope. Alright, so these go like so. That's going to go on the top here. I'm going to add a foot. And we have a leg. And there's no waist unit done, so I have just a leg. Alright, other leg. E8 and 9. Greetings, fellow humans. Hope all is well. What's up, curry and rice? Some of the Peebs kits, you gotta pull the trigger when they go up. I'm glad I lucked out and got the MG XE Recirc from the GP tour that sold out that night. Yeah, it's more, I feel like a year ago maybe, things were still selling out super fast, and it's not happening all the time now, though it still can. I think that the most recent P-Bandai drop is the Gundam Unicorn version, Zaku Cannon MG, but I really want the funky blue and purple colors. I can pick it up in next paycheck. Wish I ordered a second movie G-Self. XE was my grill kit. Super happy to snack one on the P Bandai recently. Did I already read that? I don't even know if I'm reading stuff in my head or with my mouth. Just totally tired, I guess. I was excited to actually get what amounted to probably a full night of sleep last night. I feel like this week has been full of short nights, staying up way later than I should and getting up way earlier than I should compared to when I went to bed. It's been rough. Guys, we've hit Prime Zombie Nick. Hi Mo, service type Zaku that went up for grabs, sold out immediately, so I'm a little worried to be honest. If worse comes to worse, I really don't mind spending on something else, so it's all good. Warehouse has Google sidebar summary now. That's sweet. What are you talking about? Already looking forward to those like 12-hour charity streams. I think the Bandai price hike is going to reach. It's supposed to start April 2025. A couple owners said that they haven't seen a price change in April to June order forms yet. Oh, it's interesting. I don't get order forms directly from Bandai, so I don't know. I haven't seen any such changes. I have no idea. Did they announce a price hike? A lot of their prices have stayed pretty stable despite fluctuations and other pricing. Like when you look up a big business, it gives you all the info on the side. Oh, really? What's the summary say? It's the price hike, yeah, for next year, I think. Interesting. Sounds like all new runs will go up. Oh, interesting. ETA for Gaia paints. Probably after the move, we've got a new distribution option that should let us restock it more regularly. But we're not ready to do that until after the move, I think. It's like a $2 bump. Bandai announced it April 2025. I'll support an unfortunate article because of tariffs and other things. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the making changes for tariffs before the administration gets in is kind of silly, but until they actually effectuate whatever it is that they're going to do. I talk about recent material cost increases as a reason that tariffs. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Is there a deal on a particular kit that you think people need to hop on right now? I mean, so with the moving sale, we got a bunch of stuff on there that's really good. I'm surprised that the moving sale prices, something like the RG Epion, which is an amazing kit, isn't sold out, but Bandai directly cite tariffs like some random US companies have. Has not directly cited tariffs like some random US companies have. Gotcha. Bandai makes more seat option sets, but they be the many different striker packs and wizard packs, so seed fans can get them all in one scale, not to buy multiple of the same kit. Oh, I've got beyond already. That was a really good kit. I'm planning on doing another one of those at some point, painting it because it was nice. I liked it. Let's see. Imperial was an awesome kit. Eventually may get a second one to leave in Dragon mode. Banner release list of kits that are getting MSRP adjusted. Some stuff like the MG Ground Gym on there really makes sense for material costs. Surprised they haven't made an RG gym of some kind yet. I'm not super surprised. They haven't done a ton in the way of grunt suits with the RG series. Which to me seems silly because the whole real grade thing, like you'd think grunts would be realistic, good ones to make, go for that like if it were real. Alright, let's put up our second draw of the night here. Let's do a number from 10 to 500. And what is the most recent tool you've acquired for building? 10 to 500, what is the most recent tool you've acquired? Remember, one number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses, and you must be present to win. 10 to 500, what is the most recent tool you've acquired? Tricky selling different brands because of licensing, or they don't care much? Not necessarily. Yeah, I mean, I think most of the licensing, because we're buying stuff from official distributors, it's not really on us to worry about. And then there's another question that I was going to answer. You're concerned about potential tariffs next year affecting couple of costs. I know it's China that's really getting hit, but I wonder about Japan too. I'm more concerned, honestly, with tariffs affecting tools like Display because they're out of China, and I feel like that's more the intent behind the tariffs. But I'm kind of trying to look at it as a wait and see. I don't think there's any benefit to worrying about it now, other than being aware that it's potentially going to happen and try not to get blindsided by it. C24 and 25. No, so you can't worry about every little thing in life. If you did, you go mad. Right. I mean, there's a lot of that. Just take as it comes. Right. I mean, from my perspective, everybody should be affected by it. So it's not like there's going to be some shops with a huge competitive advantage, assuming it's implemented right and not implemented in a way that, creates some threshold that gives an advantage to foreign shops. But I feel like that would miss the point. Phil, question is most recent tool you've acquired. But it's a problem I can't solve now, and until I see what the final version of it is, what actually is getting implemented, it's just speculation and wasted energy. So tariffs before my company bought something from China. It was a large machine, and the tariff was a huge part of the price. Yeah, I mean, I could see it affecting prices and stuff. Maybe it affects overall sales because people just can't afford as much to buy as much stuff. But, we'll see what happens. Can't do anything about it now. I think because it affects everything that is domestic. We have a few good domestic options. It should mildly slow but not stop sales. It has your time to make the tool brand. I've been thinking about that, Mark. If anything, if it does hit the tool brands hard, it might just mean it's that time to make mecha tools happen. So maybe it's an opportunity, which I think is the intent behind the policy. So maybe it will work out. The advantage would be shops at Mecha Warehouse that probably won't use speculative price increases to exploit their customers. And there's always that. Current proposed China tariff is 60%, which would be insane. The Gun Primer American, or I think someone else. Must be someone else. Gun Primer is Korean. The question again is zoned out. What tool did you acquire most recently? I'll call time shortly here. B2, 19, and 27. Acquire makes it sound like we went on a quest to get the tool. I feel like acquire leaves it open. If you did go on a quest to get the tool, then I want to know about it, you know? Maybe you did go on a quest. Maybe you, I don't know, how to slay a dragon or something like that to get your tool. But a hex on a garbage can, does that count as acquired? Bought any Gunpla lately because I got the Squidmart Infinity. My Christmas present since it was only available in October. One day, Super Sentai Power Rangers, Super Mini Plug kits get popping up in the US. The bandit starts letting them be distributed here. That'd be cool. Imagine needing to trek through Mordor for sanding sticks. I mean, those nubs really need removal at that point. Or maybe they're like enchanted sanding sticks or something. See if a new warehouse picked out yet. So as I mentioned earlier, we've looked at options. I don't have anything solidified yet. And I'll kind of leave it at that. Okay, here we go. Calling time. $10 to $500 was the range, right? 59. I don't see a winner. I'll let you guys confirm. And if that's the case, we'll try again in a little bit. Nada. Okay. The draw is still alive. sticks I bought were these bulk packs with 1,500 to 12,000 grit. The quality isn't great. The price for the sheer amount of them was hard to pass up. What's up, Rob Rosencrantz? What's going on? I come here, it's a third pull win. That might be a curse. Most of the time, the win is on a later draw. It's not usually the first one. Every once in a while, it is first or second, but the odds do get better as we go, so I would expect more wins to be later on in the stream most of the time. I'm getting off here tonight, been a long week. Good luck all. Have a building. See you later, Matthew. Not all 12-year-olds equally coordinated. General recommendation on my part. Let's go something like HG. Let's see. New with the new HG Strike. See Galaxy probably HG. Which for Mercury kits like short set. Remember the last stream where the last pull ended up having to go 3 times. We got pulled 10 and 100. Good times. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. I told Kate about it after the stream, and she cracked up. Back from the hibachi dinner with some close friends. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. Burned through whatever luck I had. I won the in-era lizard kit on a stream yesterday. Stream was lagging. It was lagging for everyone else. 12-year-olds who can hurt themselves bad with nippers. Some people just aren't built for crafts. Let's see, the gold gunpla is back in the test-proof case. Scars my fingerprints from X-Acto knives, though, somewhat a talk. I mean, who doesn't? I feel like X-Acto knives just scream for those kind of injuries, you know? Now into the next project. What are you working on next, Rick? I got fingerprint for work. The cop doing asked me what went wrong. That's funny. My LHS had 3-minute sister, Lucy, and she's the only sister I was missing to complete my collection so far. Cool. MG Rick Diaz would be my first painted MG. Figured I'd start there due to our common name. Makes sense. Don't tell people you keep women in your basement. That won't go well. I've only really nicked myself with an X-Acto knife once, but in the MG 2.0 Shirazaku 2. But since I said that, now I've probably jinxed myself. Somehow he cuts off his foot with the X-Acto knife. Most bizarre Gunpla building injury ever. Hey Nick, I just placed an order and I forgot to use the Secret Santa code. Can anything be done? Send an email to support@mechawarehouse.com. Best bet is something like a gift card for the difference. If that works for you, that's usually the easiest way, because easiest thing we can do. But definitely send the note over and we can help you out. If it helps, I don't have a basement. Was that a scene in the movie Saw or a scary movie? I don't know. It's actually probably not that crazy. I've heard of people getting really tired while building and then dropping an X-Acto knife and missing their foot. Barely. So maybe that's too close to home. Be more concerned with how to take them apart and organize their parts in cases. I almost stabbed my foot twice in the past with a hobby knife. Okay, so that's too close to home. I need something more bizarre than that. Round handle would roll off the table. You'd think like a hexagonal handle would make a lot of sense for a hobby knife, you know? My order made it safe and sound yesterday. Thanks for the great customer service. No problem. Thank you, Rob. I was stabbed in the foot by a decorative metal wall crab 3 days ago. Next raffle question, most unique close call. There you go. Hey, Samantha, how are you? Welcome. I have no idea why they make most of them round. Yeah, it seems in retrospect, why is that not more obvious? I guess ideas for mecha tools. Like a number 2 pencil. Right, exactly. The latest knife and scribe handles are designed to be anti-roll. Myself an order, HG Lfrith Ur, HG Sabellion, action base, some torso decals, and display UV flashlight. Alright, I think this is our first. Is that the first knocked off runner for this build? And I'm surprised I haven't sliced my hands more. I've learned a lot from a few mistakes I have made, though. Switch to the display knife, and that's triangular. Doesn't roll the table. Very nice. Stop throwing out runners until I'm 100% done with kits. I definitely don't throw mine out until I'm done. I set them aside. And then I throw them out later. I get anxious about throwing away runner bags before I'm done building a kit, just in case. From the couch fast and a pair of very point tweezers land tip down right in my big toe. Ouch. Hobby close calls not modeling related, but I shut my finger in a stepladder once while playing video games with my dad. how do you shut your finger to stepladder while playing video games? Let's cut resistance gloves. When do you think with knives? It's probably not a bad idea, but I don't think a lot of people have cut resistant gloves unless they work in a job or industry where cutting yourself is super likely. Sitting a stepladder, my dad was playing Halo and I was spectating. You wear cut resistant socks though. The joke in PC building that you didn't do a good job if you didn't bleed on one of the GPU traces. They cover them now though. Dropped a cockgun off a 40-foot ladder and had to split my nose open. Ouch. Tried these gloves to build once, it made me more prone to stabbing myself and dropping things. Nippers. They can replace the blade with a new blade on one end, like half nipper, half X-Acto blade. I saw them in an Instagram ad. That seems like those would be hard to do well. Maybe they're great, but I haven't needed to replace blades on my nippers or even replace my nippers really, so. Stabbed more at sunglass my friend next to me than I did myself. Myself twice this year at the hobby knife. It's bound to happen. Learning how to use tools probably prevents that. Dropped an X-Acto knife into my crotch and thankfully this blade tip up. Yeah, it's probably better than an accidental. Well, you know. I'm working the OR where I'm always wearing gloves. But if you don't do fine motor stuff a lot in gloves, it takes some time to get used to. I tried building the gloves once too and it just didn't like the feeling. '18 dragon fruits, but almost never get stabbed. Got razor blades with one side protected. I go in sideways against the blade moves away from my hand. Result is good 90% of the time. Okay with it. Poked up my razor origin. Picked up my razor origin. I hardly ever use my hobby knife now. Cover always goes exactly when I'm not using it. Cat likes to roll it. And the volume of conversation has gone up since everybody is talking about their close calls. So, anecdotally, if we need evidence that it happens to a lot of people a lot, frequently, there you go. He was rushing on an RC and stuck a 1.5 hex through his finger. How do you stick a hex through your hand? Jeez. Brother staple gunned his hand to the roof in 7 places once. So that must have a good story to it, because I can understand stapling your hand once to something, but stapling it 7 times, that's a significant error. Some pneumatic stapler with the right angle go machine gun mode. Jeez. Youch. Proves that even simple hobbies like this have dangers. Stabbed myself so many times learning to use, including airbrush, and those are 0.02 millimeter. Like, ouch. Hobbies aren't dangerous. I'm just not concerned about safety. Yeah, I got scheduled for ingrown toenail removal, and until the day of the nurse had written as a foot amputation. Hopefully you were able to correct the notes before they started that surgery. Okay. Not to be morbid, but I wonder what the fatality rate of model making is. It can't be 0, right? I think it could be 0. I don't think model, like, things that probably would cause fatalities are like long-term things, like you inhaled paint fumes for too long, got brain damage, and died young or something, but not something you can directly attribute. Someone had to have a heart attack mid-model build. I guess maybe. But is that model building related? Will they make you read and agree to consent before they give you anesthetics? You'd be surprised how many times stuff like that happens just because of a brain fart. Okay, C28, C34. Models have died from fire due to being really dumb and painting indoors. Okay, I could believe that. Have you tried using like a holding hands device of some sort to hold parts for standing and stuff? I could believe standing would be difficult with one hand, for sure, because manipulating the other piece would be pretty difficult. or a Vice. A Vice would work too. Vice grip mounted to a table on a motorized stand, let drum would work. Brother paints 1-1 jets at Fort Hill Air Force Base. He's sending a pic of his latest paint job. That 16 Thunderbird start to share. Super cool. Use the bend of my elbow to hold things. And this guy did jiu-jitsu with. I think he was born without his hand and a good part, a lower part of his arm, and he would do a lot of stuff like that. He would use the nub or whatever to hook things and stuff, and he was quite dexterous considering. Pain to roll with because he'd grab onto stuff with that and didn't have any fingers to tire out. All right, so let's do our next draw here. The kickboxer missing both his arms. It bounces absolutely incredible. Yep, right on time. Okay, so third draw of the night. We're going to do a number from 10 to 300. And what's your worst Gunpla or model related injury? 10 to 300, worst Gunpla or model related injury. One, number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to U.S. addresses. You must be present to win. Your answer to the question and the number have to be in the same comment for a valid entry. 10 to 300, what's your worst Gunpla or model related injury? I'd say mine is actually a cardboard cut. The thin cardboard that makes the boxes up. If you're picking up boxes and you slide in the bottom. Horrible. Horrible. Cardboard cuts are the worst. Way worse than paper cuts. A lot of X-Acto cuts. I wonder if most X-Acto related injuries are tip or edge. be a treat to my wallet. Like we're spraying up Band-Aids or first aid kit. I thought about that. I think I actually priced out somewhere at one point custom Band-Aids. HG one Band-Aid. Cut your checkout price by 30%. Oh, select items, you're welcome. It just needs to make X-Acto knives that can only cut plastic right. Customer bumper sticker this week. Had to order 50s, so I'm giving them out. A lot of people I know who like the same game. I'm not even going to read that one out loud, so I think I just twitched a little. For the ceramic hobby, knife blades are safe for fingers. You keep a tourniquet and quick clot next to your bench just in case. How can I make my wife let me buy whatever gunplay I want? I don't know, by communicating and being responsible, generally speaking. I say that having convinced my wife to let me fill up our attic with gunpla before getting a warehouse and then a bigger warehouse and filling up both with gunpla, so. Red washcloth that way. I never stress out seeing how bad an injury it actually is. Can I convince my wife to let me fill up a warehouse at Gunpla? Okay. I don't know. Like, I feel like it's difficult. I say that having somehow pulled it off, but you'd be surprised how far things go by just, communicating. I feel like that's a lot of people's problems in relationships in general. So I missed the drawing number range in question depth. The range is 10 to 300. And what is your worst gunpla or model related injury? Install this piece and then I will call time. Okay, calling time here. Okay, 10 to 300, 104. Damn close. I mean, we got none. Let's see, I'm gonna hit the search button now. Oh, nope, we got one. SNX Press. Congratulations. You can send an email to support@mechawarehouse.com and we'll send that out for you this week. Congratulations. C30, C32. We do have, I think we have some backup prize material left over from Hobby Zone. So mystery prize, either a brush holder or a phone holder, I think. So we'll draw for that in a little bit since we won this on draw number 3. So Nick, do you have a color pattern you lean towards when painting? Not really. I feel like all my painted builds have been kind of unique in their color schemes. They're not all following the same pattern or anything. What up, have you built the ZZ MG Gundam Seven Sword? I bought one. I have not built that. I do have one on the backlog, I believe, though. So someday I will. Hopefully. It's a song name / band. This is Time Has Come from Left with Tomorrow. Alright, so I got a pair of legs now. Moving on to the waist. Could we donate a purchase towards the stream? Absolutely, Phoenix Soldier. We've had people donate backup prizes in the past. If you place an order for an item that you want to donate, you can place it as a local pickup order and put it in the notes and send a message over to support@mechawarehouse.com to let us know. And we can definitely set it aside as a backup prize for a future stream. There's also, I haven't mentioned this in a few streams, I think, YouTube super chats. All revenue from that goes to a prize pool for backup prizes, or you could use the Streamlabs donation link, which should be in the description as well. Both are valid ways to help contribute for backup prizes and stuff if you want to give back, if you're feeling generous and whatnot. All right, D20. And C9 and 10. Have you used any of those display markers on any of your kits? If so, any tips? I have not. They look cool though. They look like they're good. I've heard good things. Alright, so we got one more giveaway. Hobby Zone backup prize. We're going to do a number. Let's see. What's your favorite kit? You're asking me? My favorite kit probably is the MG Heavy Arms Custom. Okay, at least so far. Okay, let's do a number from 10 to 75, and what kit needs to be reprinted the most? What reprint are you looking for? 10 to 75, what reprint are you looking for? One number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses. You must be present to win, and your answer to the question and the number have to be the same comment for it to be valid entry. Again, 10 to 75, what kit needs to be reprinted the most? And this is a drawing for a Hobby Zone backup prize. We got some, I think, either brush holders or phone holders. Be a mystery which one you get, because I'm not sure exactly what we have available still, but Nobel. We had some Nobels a couple weeks ago. Small batch. What was the other one I saw? MG Master Gundam. Do we not have that in stock now? I think we had some recently. good my backlog is big enough as it is. A lot of MGDO. So what reprint would have you instantly scoop a couple Nick? I'm not sure. Oh, I know what the one I want is the tank. What I don't know the designation, but there was a model tank. It was like a Earth Federation Forces tank or something. It was like a 135 or something like that. Haven't seen that in forever. I would definitely grab one or two of those. I think that's my Grail kit at the moment. I'm running out of Grail kit ideas. Type 61, that's probably it. It collects a double cannon. It reminds me a lot of the Red Alert, the heavy tank and mammoth tank. All right, E1. This is probably the last part of the night. We'll probably be able to wrap this up next week, I think. We're pretty darn close. The Hargraf M618 tank, yeah, that's my list too. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. Alright, I'll be deer hunting next weekend, so I'll miss a stream, but be there in spirit. No problem, Dylan. Good luck, and hope you have a good hunting trip. Alright, so that's partway through on the waist here. This up because I'm done with that for tonight. Let's call time and do this final draw. Time is called. Okay, 10 to 75, number 50. On the dot. Okay. Remember, if we don't have an exact winner, we don't redraw for backup prizes. We just let them roll over. So, I don't see a 50. Or is it still cycling? Oh, I guess there's one that just hasn't scrolled on my screen yet. Oh, nope, I see it. Miguel. Miguel Gonzalez, congratulations. Is that it? Yep, looks like it. So congratulations, Miguel. You still here with the... Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, he just put it in just a moment ago. So hopefully Miguel is here. Yep, there we go. Congratulations, Miguel. You can send an email to support@mechawarehouse.com and we'll send that out this week as well. Congratulations. So that takes us to the end of the stream tonight. I believe we'll be back next week, same time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. How we have to double check now. I mean, it happens. I'll be back next week. We'll be hopefully finishing up this kit, starting something new maybe, and giving away something else for sure. So hopefully see you next time. And yeah, so hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, head over to mechawarehouse.com. Take advantage, moving 30 for 30% off select items. It's ending soon. The collection is starting to shrink, so take a look before the item you were thinking about disappears from that list. And otherwise, have a great rest of your weekend. See you guys.